Oh, that's cute. Yeah. Okay.
My name is Kelly Melton, and I'm presenting the William and Eunice case study. William, age 87, and Eunice, age 82, reside in their family home of 62 years, where they raised 3 children, Anne, Renee, and Andrew, and helped to care for 5 grandchildren and 1 great-grandchild. While William is in fairly good health, Eunice suffers from arthritis, high blood pressure, and obesity. Because they chose to stay in their home during Hurricane Katrina, they were without phone or electricity for 2 weeks, and only 2 cans of tuna and some crackers remained while all the other food spoiled. They also had no water for several days. The storm caused major damage to the house, as well as mold quickly covering the interior due to water damage. William was also left without the resources to get Eunice for medication. Renee, being the only close relative, was no help, as she was out of town and could not get back in time to rescue her parents. Neither of Renee's other siblings had been in touch with William and Eunice for months prior to the hurricane. Key issues: Eunice's health issues, William and Eunice's fixed income that doesn't seem to be enough to provide a healthy and well cared for environment. Remaining in their home during the hurricane while showing loyalty also shows a fear of resistance to change. Renee, being the only child who is close enough to care for her parents, must be overwhelmed with the ever-increasing responsibility. Although Renee holds a degree in family studies with an emphasis in gerontology, she seems unable to make her education benefit her family. William and Eunice's home no doubt would have suffered damage in the hurricane regardless of their presence, but if they had sought other shelter, Eunice wouldn't have been without medication, and they would have been safe and not without food and other basic necessities. The family's framework seemed to lack connection. The other siblings are so consumed in their own lives, they are blinded to the condition of their parents and that of their overwhelmed sister who needs help caring for their elderly and sick parents. Human ecology and its part to play. Human ecology gives us theories that offer explanations to help us understand the general pattern of behavior for humans. According to Abraham Maslow, our basic human needs are self-actualization, self-esteem, love and belonging, safety, physiological needs including food, shelter, and health. Systems are a group of units so combined as to form a whole and to operate in unison. Each human ecosystem interacts with multiple environments, meaning they are interdependent on organisms within their environment. Human systems are made up of 3 environments: human behavioral, human constructed, and natural environments. Missing puzzle pieces. What is missing from this family's life? According to this study of human ecology, society requires certain things from its members, including, but not limited to, feeding, clothing, and sheltering its members, producing and managing resources, caring for dependent members, and to be law-abiding. While William and Eunice may have provided a loving environment where the children's needs were met, their children are not providing these things in return. 2 of the 3 children are, rationally speaking, no longer part of the family system. Anne and Andrew are giving no inputs to the family system, nor are they participating in throughputs. Therefore, they do not contribute to the outputs and family goals. This is a weakness for the whole family. William and Eunice, while they may have had personal reasons to weather the storm, did not show good resource management skills. Granted, the house would have been damaged regardless of their presence, but if they had sought safer shelter, their health would not have suffered near the damage, and Eunice would not have gone without her medication. This extreme resistance to change is a weakness for William and Eunice. Renee's main weakness is that she has an extensive education in family studies and gerontology, but can't seem to incorporate any kind of methodology into her own family. She has taken on too much responsibility, caring for both parents alone, and just when they needed her the most, she was on vacation. There is also a lack of preparation. Being the only caretaker of two elderly adults, arrangements should have been made for someone to keep things in check while she was out of town. Renee's degree should be considered a strength for herself and her whole family, but she must incorporate the learned knowledge into her own family. The long-lasting emotional connection that William and Eunice have to each other is a strength that can be enhanced to benefit the whole family. The loving environment that the children and grandchildren grew up in is a strength for all family members. Forging ahead, the road to renewing family ties. There is no doubt this family has some reconstruction ahead. They must reconnect to each other first and foremost. Once Renee can get her parents out of danger, the first action should be to get them out of their house. Then different steps can be taken to get the family's life back on track. Reconstruction, Plan 1. If William and Eunice decide to remain in their family home, then arrangements must be made to fix the house so it is habitable once again. Since Renee's house was damaged as well, they can't stay with her, so other arrangements should be made for an affordable place to live during the rehabilitation of the house, such as a family friend or a FEMA disaster housing location. Once the house is habitable again, William and Eunice could move back in and continue living in their home of 62 years. In order to have William and Eunice properly cared for, Renee must not continue to take the responsibility solely upon herself. Either Anne or Andrew must step up and help care for their aging parents, or Renee has to have some assistance. If they choose to stay, plans need to be developed in the event of any kind of natural disaster, including escape routes, a safe place to escape to, and people to contact. Reconstruction Plan 2. Another option that could be considered is to have Renee and her parents cohabitate. If William and Eunice move in with Renee, then their house, once rehabilitated, could be sold and the money could be used to give William and Eunice a better quality of life. If they weren't willing to sell their home, then Renee could sell hers and move in with them. By cohabitating with her parents, Renee would have a better opportunity to care for them, especially with her mother's conditions. Reconstruction Plan 3. Knowing that Eunice suffers from arthritis, high blood pressure, and obesity, and taking into consideration the age of both William and Eunice, the possibility of an assisted living facility should be addressed. The house could be sold in order to take the financial burden off Renee. William and Eunice could be able to take care of themselves well enough for now, but they are still aging and soon would need more care than their daughter could provide. Evaluation of plans. Plan 1. This option gives the family more freedom and requires less change. However, change could be good. If William and Eunice stay in their house, then they must make sure to be better prepared for obstacles that inevitably lie ahead. Plan 2. By cohabitating, Renee could give her parents consistent care and it would relieve some pressure. However, it would require a great deal of compromise and adjustment for all parties involved. Plan 3. An assisted living facility would be able to handle all Eunice's conditions and would provide a safe and healthy environment. However, they would have to give up a great deal of freedom in exchange for full-time care, not to mention the cost of such a facility. The best course of action and assumptions. In my opinion, the best course of action for William and Eunice is to rehabilitate their house and remain living on their own. They must put plans in place to better prepare themselves for natural disasters and to get a better handle on Eunice's declining health. This plan will be the most comfortable for William and Eunice, being that they seem to be very resistant to change. Their situation should be re-evaluated in a couple of years or if their health takes a turn for the worse. Renee needs to attempt to reconnect everyone by getting her siblings back involved with the family. Thank you.